So what I'm telling you folks, the Joe Scarborough and the other countries, there's an ethnic disparity. Why Senator Feinstein and others, they don't want this case to come out. They tried to suppress it. There's an ethnic disparity the way they treat us, man. Yes, and people of paler complexion, you know, like the Tussanaya nuts, the brothers, I call them the goddamn brothers, you know, in Boston, they give them precedence over us, over people who did nothing, who are loyal to this country, this culture, and they fuck us over. Excuse my language, y'all. They take a dildo. It's like a dildo as we grew up in Manhattan, and the dildo has thorns on it, and they screw you over. They don't even kiss you or use KY jelly out. These people, man, are unfucking believable, including the legal establishment. You go to them, you say, look, help me, ACLU, Anthony Rommel, who I met personally before going to Singapore, chief of the ACLU, Boricua brother, gay brother. Help me. They're going to kick down my door, help me. Okay, we will, but, you know, we can't do cases. You know why? You know why they don't want to? It's a racially sensitive case. It'll have people in the streets, man. Let's find out, man. They destroyed this man's life for nothing. In the streets. We brought him back to be a pauper in America. Which legislator wants that? This is the key. Which legislator pushes for that? Who wants me to be a pauper in the street? Which one? And then you'll find out the monster. You'll pull off the skin, just like in the fictional TV series B, the aliens. You pull off the skin and you see a reptile, a fucking reptile, underneath the motherfucker. Yeah, which one wants that, man? You see? This is the question, my dear Watson. Which one? And now, there's a paper in San Francisco called The Bayview. I told him, and he said, well, you know what I said? He says, well, this is the only, and you'll see it after this video clip. I'll put it in today. He said, I'm the only paper that's gonna report or talk about it. You telling me about COINTELPRO? He said, I'm the only paper that may help you. You'll see. We'll see if they help or not. We'll see if they help. Concerning the Afro-American community, we will see if they help or not. Because Afro-Americans tend to be all talk. They do a lot of talk, brother. But when it comes to facing the Scots-Irish or the authority structure, yep, they do just like that. But when it comes to dealing with their own, I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. I'll spit on you. You know, like one little girl told me, one little black girl, I was getting on the bus. Because, you know, they see me as what they call an OG. OG means old guy, you know. Once you go over 40 or 30-something. This girl told me she had a humongous ass, right? And looked like a $10 hussy. That's another term, you know, that immigrants won't know. $10 hussy, you know, like a whore, like a tart. And she said, I'll spit on you. Don't you look at me. Turn your face away. I'll spit on you. I'll take that bitch somewhere and fuck the hell out of her. But that term, take it somewhere that means rape. And I wouldn't do rape. Come out in the street like a $10 fucking hussy. Yeah, man, expect to be respected. These people, man, unfucking believable. And I had the deepest respect for the situation. I didn't want to come back. I would have stayed abroad. I would have never come back. I would have never came back, man. I'll be losing weight. I'm eating like a horse and still losing weight, man. And you know what that is? That's a stretch from bigotry. You know what? An unresponsive. See this bus here? That's the 292 going to Hillsdale. I don't want that bus. Because if I get that bus, I have to take a long walk to go where I'm going. So I better wait for the KX. You better wait. And they like. You see a lot of Latinos, Hispanics, they come from Honduras. And I don't blame them. They're happy for the type of lives they have here. They like it. So time now, 7:44 a.m. I still have about 14 minutes left before the KX bus comes, which is $2 going into San Mateo County. If it's going anything going towards the city, it's $5 on the KX Express. $5. $5 from Palo Alto going to the city. $5 from the airport going to the city. Some trans bus drivers that have mercy on you, they'll let you pay too, particularly for the poor and indigent. So I'm just showing you a disparity. Like one guy, he questioned me, Singaporean Chinese. He said, oh, you question our judiciary? You have doubt in our judiciary? Shit, when I see a blogger like that, you know, like I said, pray for the Chinese brother. The blogger who wrote the thing democratic in Singapore, you know, which was in true analysis, a bit seditious. Not a bit, not even a bit seditious. It was seditious. It's true. The cartoons he did with Singapore was seditious. It's true, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. But they only locked him up for a few hours because he's Chinese ethnicity, and gave him a bail in Singapore. That's Singapore, draconian Singapore. They gave him a bail of $10,000 and let him out fast, $10,000, man. And he's doing straight up sedition, You see, there's an ethnic disparity on the way they treat us, man. And any of you idiots, man, of the bar, I should burn you for the bar, not to represent my case, man. My case entails hundreds of millions of dollars, at least $300 million, man. The demand, $313 million. Involves a lot of money, man. And that's why you don't see me come down hard. You don't see me come down hard on the local people. It's a federal thing. It's involving a bureaucrat. There's a bureaucrat involved. Somebody in the cabinet level, Senate level, or cabinet level, who has a personal bone to pick. We don't know who it is. They have personally come to San Francisco when they tried to do an ambush, and the neighbors helped me to escape. They helped me to get out, man. Polynesians, they said, God, come back. There's a big Polynesian, man. He was bigger than this Samtrans, the way this is, and I'm 6 feet tall. I'm 1.8. He was bigger than this, man. And he came out also with a big bulldog, and I went to his backyard, and I said, look, I got some people in the front. They're trying to ambush me. They're doing the wrong thing, and I want to get to the media. You know what he said? He said, go to the back. You know, because the woman screamed, There's an old woman, like a light-skinned mulatto. When I went through their house, yes, it's trespassing. She screamed, Come back. He came out, and he had a look, and you could see the look that he could come out, and he could destroy with one blow when he came out. You could see it. And he looked in my eyes, and the dog looked at me. The dog also looked in my eyes, and then he said, go. He said, go ahead. And she said, don't come back here. Don't come back here. She said, I understand, but don't come back. I had to go through the back, man. Yeah, to get away from a federal ambush. It was an illegal ambush where they were going to come, and they had multiple cars, and they were going to take me somewhere, and I probably would have disappeared. Right here in the U.S. And nobody wants to talk about that. They want to try to cover that up, man. And this is what Glenn Beck and this people were speaking against. And Justice Andrew Napolitano, this is what the stuff they're speaking against. But they're rolling it out on blacks. They're putting it on blacks, man, as a test case before they roll it out to the rest of you fuckers, you fellow Americans. They roll it out on us first because we don't matter. And perfect because homely, black, ugly by U.S. standards, they roll out on us. The dark black, roll out on him first and see how it goes. And demolish Assembly Struck. This has all the markings of a small Middle Eastern country surrounded by Arabs, a small country that's not Muslim, that has democratic traditions, but that's surrounded by Arabs and that feels threatened and intimidated, like the little short guy that's 4.5 feet tall, and he's living around guys that's 6 and 7 feet and 200 pounds. He's going to feel threatened, and he has to be a lot more mean and vicious in that jail. He's being surrounded like that, and then he tends to be proactive, that even if you look at him wrong, he'll slap you hard or knock your teeth out to make an example of you, that you don't look at him wrong or even think about it again, the short little guy. So this small little country like that, this profiling that's being done has all the markings, man. Because that's how they do it, and that's why you see the Palestinians, and even though a lot of Palestinian brothers are wrong, the way they do things, because Palestinians also practice a lot of racism. A'udhu billah min dhalik. May Allah protect us. They practice a lot of what they call ansariya, because Palestinians, basically by physical ethnicity, they're Europeans, they're white. Palestinians are white, very Caucasian, European looking. They're what they call Arab al-Mustarif, meaning by acquisition, by diffusion. They're not Arab, pure Asli like Qatar and other places. So may God help us, man, and then you provide us the real believers, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, the real believers, man. People who are willing to help and aid these situations. Ameen.